What's up, guys? Welcome back to the 10th Sport Universe Reacts. Today we're going to be reacting to the Andrew Luck retirement, which was a pretty big deal a couple days ago. But to fit with our schedule, we're going to do it today. Obviously, it would have done better if I did it the past when it came out, which was like 2-3 days ago. But we'll do it today. Okay, so let's get right into it. So what's today? Today's Tuesday, so I think it was Sunday or Saturday, Andrew Luck officially retired from the NFL, which was a big shock to many people for a couple of reasons. First off, he's such a young player, 29 years old, and he had such a bright future ahead of him, and to just retire like that was kind of hadn't really been done before. I mean, Rob Gronkowski, obviously, but I don't know, something about Andrew Luck was different. It seems like there was a lot left of his career that hadn't happened yet. I mean, for Rob Gronkowski, he had like 2 Super Bowl wins, and for Andrew Luck, he still hadn't gotten to that destiny that everyone thought that he would get to. And this was the year a lot of people expected him to finally get to that position, be the MVP of the league, win a Super Bowl. That was what a lot of people predicted would happen this year, and for him to just end his career right now seemed kind of out of place and not at the right time. And the second reason people were shocked by it was the fact that it's 2 weeks away from the regular season. And knowing who Andrew Luck is this really nice guy, this great all-around player and person, it probably really sucked for him to have this timing of saying that he was done. And if you watch the interview, I wanted to react to the actual press conference of him, but I couldn't find a short enough clip of it. He was obviously very emotional about the situation and how he just felt like football wasn't the right path for him anymore. And there are 3 key things that I'd say he brought up in 3. I don't know, we'll see what I talk about. There are a few key points that he went through in his press conference. First off, that he kind of just lost the love for football, which is really sad to hear. I mean, for a player of his caliber to just be done with a game that was who he was for 29 years of his life really sucks. I mean, as many sports fans know, being good at a sport is what makes these players who they are. I mean, if you make it to the professional league, in every smaller division, you're the best player there, usually. And for Andrew Luck to just be done with a sport like that kind of sucks. And it sucks for him. I'm not saying he sucks as a person for just quitting. It's obvious that all these injuries that he's had, which is another point that he brought up, all the injuries that he's had has just put a toll on him and made football not a thing that he wants to deal with anymore. He's talked about how he kept on getting in a cycle of being hurt, getting the rehab process, getting back to football, feeling good again, and then getting hurt again. And that was another big thing that he brought up, and he said that in 2016 when he had his big injury, I forgot specifically what it was, that if it ever got to the point... Oh, no. Sorry, let me restart. In 2016, he said that he played basically hurt the whole season and was in pain, but still went through the season because he wanted to be there to try and get the team to great heights and be a team that people would fear and be a really good team, basically. And after that season, he told himself that if it ever happened to him again, that he would have to play a whole season hurt. He wasn't going to do it. And apparently this was what happened this year. I don't know. We don't know specifically. Maybe we do. I don't know. But what his pain is right now. But it could just be from all the other injuries that he's had. I mean, he's had injuries to his neck, I think, his head. I don't know specifically. But he's had a lot of bad injuries, and that's something that sucks. And one of the things I also want to talk about is how I talked about with the DeMarcus Cousins video, how players like DeMarcus Cousins, Matt Harvey, and now Andrew Luck, their whole careers are ruined because they get hit with the injury bug or injury plague, whatever you want to consider it. And it sucks when talent like that is just not wasted might be the wrong word, but it's just unfortunate when that happens to... It's unfortunate when it happens to anybody, but when it happens to really talented people who could make an impact on the league forever, and be one of those all-time greats, to see it hit them and not get to the potential that they could, it's really disheartening, specifically for sports players and sports fans who think that the future of their team or the future of their career is going to be great, and then at any point you can just get hit with these injuries and your whole career in that sport that you've loved for so long could be done. But what really bothered me the most about what Andrew Luck said is that it wasn't that the injuries that took him out of the game. I mean, that's partially the reason, but it was that he lost the love of football, and that's just really sucks. It's sad, disheartening, any adjectives you want to use. That's like the worst thing to hear out of a player, out of a person, that you lose the love for a thing you once did love. Lose the love for the thing. We'll go with that. But the fact that all these injuries and his time in the NFL has caused him to just not care about football anymore, not care about playing in the NFL, really hit me as a key point in that, and something that the NFL should look into. I mean, football is just a sport. We talked about this on the podcast. Football is just a sport where injuries are going to happen. But the fact that he's been hit so much and hurt so much from it, and now doesn't want to play football anymore because of it, is really sad and could have a big impact on the future of football. I think that's it. That's all I really have to say. Oh, personally, because people have opinions on if it was right for him to do, I kind of go back and forth on this. I feel like it was kind of a little rude for him to decide to do it 2 weeks before the football season. The football season actually being done, and leaving the Colts with Brissett. I don't know how you pronounce it, but he didn't leave them in a good place for the upcoming season. But also I feel like Andrew Luck's such a nice guy that this was definitely a hard decision for him, and something that was hard to tell his teammates, hard to break it to the team. So I don't really have an opinion on my beliefs in what he did. But that's it. Thanks for watching. It's another Sport Universe Reacts. We'll be back on, what's today? Tuesday? So Thursday with another React video, and tomorrow, new video coming out. So keep an eye out for that. Keep subscribing. Keep reading our articles. And thanks for watching.